The question on everybody's mind, leaving work on Friday and waking up this morning was, and pretty much still is, would Detective Cuddy and the hunt for the chicken killers jump the weekend? And the answer in one word is yes. The answer in two words, hell yes.
Hell yeah.
So Cuddy's gone to work. He set up a camera. He borrowed military-grade night vision goggles. He roped his neighbor Mark into it. He brought in an alpha rooster named Blue. But still, nothing had worked through Thursday night. And then we go into the weekend. And then things went from bad to worse over the weekend. And that's what I'm here to update right now. You know the old saying about losing the battle but winning the war? Yeah, well, that doesn't apply here. Cuddy is getting absolutely run through a wood chipper. The battle and the war. It's not going well for our hero. Friday night, Smokin' Jay decided to leave some raw chicken bait in the coop in an attempt to lure in the murderer, as if the chickens weren't bait enough. And it worked. It did work. The bait, that is. But his camera didn't. So unfortunately, when Cuddy woke up on Saturday morning, the bait was gone, but there were no photos, no video evidence of what came through for that free midnight snack. Fail. Cuddy, beaten again, as he described needing to up his game on his Instagram stories on Saturday morning.
Okay, here's the deal. Let's be honest. The culprit's been 3 to 4 steps ahead of me this whole time. While this morning was pretty devastating, it's also a wake-up call. Time to quit playing around. So tonight, 5 cameras are out. Gotta have good news in the morning.
All right, so the guy's fighting a losing battle right now. You know, that's often the case, right? The bad guys are always a few steps ahead of the good guys trying to run them down. That's the case here. Quote, the culprit has been 3 to 4 steps ahead of me this whole time. Time to quit playing around. So tonight, 5 cameras are out. That's what he said. 5. I don't know, yo. 5 cameras? I'm not going to lie. Our studio doesn't have 5 broadcast cameras, let alone 5 security cameras. Hell, I don't think my house has 5 cameras. And my house is bigger than this studio. Yet this dude's going to have 5 cameras out there. 5 cameras. He's just going to reach into his junk drawer and pull out 5 cameras to try to run down that chicken murderer before there's another chicken massacre. And with that many angles, my man could splice together an Oscar-worthy movie with multiple vantage points and cutaway shots if and only if he actually can get something on tape this time. So now we're on day 4 of the manhunt. And Cuddy is getting worked so badly that even he starts to doubt what he's saying. Check out this clip now from Saturday afternoon as he's preparing the 5 cameras.
You know, tonight's the night. I don't really believe that, but you gotta fake it till you make it, so just trying to stay positive.
Tonight's the night. I'm trying to stay positive. Fake it till you make it. I mean, he admitted it. I'm trying to stay positive. You can tell he doesn't really believe. You can tell he's rattled. You can tell his confidence is shaken. But you got to keep grinding. So he baits the coop again, sets up nearly a half a dozen cameras, only to wake up and find the bait is gone, and all he has to show for it this time is one blurry photo of what could be any animal at all under the sun. So it was no help to anybody. And he posted that picture, and he wrote the following, quote, 5 cameras, 4 didn't work after I spent an hour putting in batteries. I tested them 3 times. So, cuddle back cameras, you're fired. You're off the mission. I'm going to regroup for the second time in 24 hours. I need a coffee, end quote. Home Slice is unraveling. This dude's coming unglued. He just fired a camera manufacturer on Instagram, aired them out on social, aired them out by name, and he called for his second regroup in just 24 hours. This guy's already hitting the reset button again. And to make matters even worse, he walked around to his front yard and he saw what looked like a pillow factory explosion. Feathers freaking everywhere, sprayed all over the grass as far as the eye could see. So not only did the murderer eat some bait in front of his non-operative cameras, but it also ate some live chickens too. The massacre continues. And styled the murder by leaving feathers all over Cuddy's property. My man is having a weekend, and not a good one. This is Cuddy on Sunday afternoon.
Okay. We're obviously under attack. Front yard, backyard, daylight, nighttime, morning. We gotta stop the bleeding somehow. We're gonna go with some live cages tonight. See if we can't trap something. Probably have to go night vision in the front. It's just we've lost control completely, and somehow we got to regain it.
Like I said, my man is fighting a losing battle. I mean, have you ever heard anybody so despondent? Quote, "We're under attack. We got to stop the bleeding somehow. We've lost control completely, and somehow we got to regain it." End quote. It's like the more he does and the harder he tries, the worse it gets, and the more the death toll starts to pile up. But you heard him in the clip. He's going to try something new. Some trap cages to capture the killer and to somehow get this thing right and win the war. So yesterday afternoon, he posted a photo of 4 different trap cages right outside the coop. It was a literal minefield for any animal looking to get after the chickens. Felt like this guy finally got control. Advantage, Cuddy. So naturally, I set the alarm extra early this morning, hoping to refresh the feed to see a victorious Cuddy smoking a well-earned heater, standing above the culprit. Instead, what I see is a depressing photo of Cuddy posted of a knocked-over cage with a caption which read the following, quote, "We have a worthy adversary. The trap was knocked over and dragged. Nothing in it, clearly. I will be spending the day learning how to trap. I guess this can't continue. It just can't." End quote. So whatever the hell it is that is murdering Jay's chickens is also murdering this guy's spirits. It's snatching his soul. That animal, or whatever it is, got over again. It escaped a trap cage. Man, it's still very much on the loose. This guy is getting his ass kicked, and everybody's seeing it. It can't be beat. Dude, it cannot be beat. Alpha roosters, neighbors, night vision goggles, cameras, bait, traps, coyote calls. Nothing can stop this savage. Nothing. The savage is getting over. And yet, Cuddy, man, he's doing everything he can to stay in that fight, right? Doing everything he can not to let go of the rope, to stay in the fight, to stay on the path. I credit him for that. The question is, how much more does this guy have left? How much more stamina do you think this guy has? Cuddy looks like he's aged 50 years in the last 5 days alone. And whatever is killing his chickens is now just messing with him, just toying with him right now. I mean, I'm locked in. I'm locked in because he's still locked in, but I'm wondering how long this guy can keep this up. I'm starting to fear that we are tilting towards a forfeit. Like this guy, I know that athletes are taught never, ever quit. Never, ever, ever quit. I just wonder how long this guy can go. I mean, it's a game of matchups, right? Chicken murder is a game of matchups, and Cuddy is outmatched. This is a bad matchup for him right now. Either way, I'm not giving up on the guy, but I am losing faith. But as long as he keeps the updates coming, I will do so also, because this is still the best show on TV right now. It's the best TV show right now, which is happening on your phone. Godspeed, Jay. Godspeed. I'm not here to hate, bro. I'm really not. But I'm starting to lose faith. I'm kind of curious what it is. It's got to be a possum, right? No, D'Angelo Hall did not intercept the 5 cameras. Wise asses. Like, what do you think is going on here? Is this guy just trolling us? Or is the possum or whatever it is that much better and that much smarter?